Good morning, good morning. I know there's a delay, so I'm gonna wait till I start seeing people hop on. Oh, I see people hopping on. It must be working. I'm gonna give people time. Lots of new people figuring all of this out. Trying to figure out where to find the video, how this all works. Even I'm trying to figure out how this all works, let's be honest. Sipping my coffee. Thank you, Nick. How's everybody doing? It's Monday. Is everyone remembering what day it is? I think this is the only reason why I remember what day it is. Hi, Colin. I'm going to give a couple minutes. Oh, it is. Oh. Let people show up and come in. Good morning. Lots of new members. Watching it grow yesterday after the news and everything was just insane. We're at 4,800 and climbing right now. Like I'm blown away, guys. We're drawing a bear today. So this is our bear. I'm going to show you ways to make some like little adjustments to the bear. But this is the bear we're going to be drawing. So you're going to need paper, always. Good morning. You're welcome, everybody. Paper. You're going to need pencil with an eraser. Hello, cuz. You're going to need a black pen or a black crayon. Something to outline whatever. I like to outline everything. And then you're going to need whatever colors you want the bear. I ended up doing mine yellow with a little brown. I might do him a different color again today. Pink in his ears. And then again, we're going to do some add-ons to our bear if you want. You can put clothing on him, things like that. So just make sure you have all the colors that you need for that. So I'm going to put myself on screen real quick just for a moment. So hi, good morning. I'm here. We're going to start drawing in just a second. Just getting my paper ready. You're welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. I know I started this, but you are all here doing it. So you all deserve thanks as well. We're ironing out some details within the group, trying to give you guys some tips. As I've said before, I'm not a professional, so I'm learning all this. And then that way, maybe do events, things like that. Make it easier for you guys to find these videos. So I'm going to flip it back around and let's get started drawing. So for my bear, I have a really bad shadow down there at the bottom. I'm going to start with the head of the bear. And the head is going to have a curve, my favorite line, my favorite word, a curve at the top. And then I'm going to bring this side line down and in, because his chin is smaller than the top of his head. So both of these sides are going to come down and in to give that kind of chin nose area that the bear has. I almost think this looks like an upside down candy corn. And then we're just going to do a smaller curve down here at the bottom to finish that off. And I don't like how that came out. See, this has like this weirdness right here. So because I did that in pencil, I can just take this line and bring it out a little bit. And then I'll erase that inside line. So remember, it doesn't matter if your lines don't match up. You can always, I usually always leave the mistake line and then build off of that because it makes it easier to correct. Someone's asking what colors. You're just going to need whatever colors you want to color in your bear. And then if you decide to give your bear some clothes, you're going to need that. Now I'm going to work on the bear ears. These are going to be half circles, one on each side. So I'm going to do one up here at the top, off to this side, and then I'm going to do the same over onto this side. If they don't end up the same size, again, I'll leave that original line, and I'm just going to come up a little bit higher on this one to try to make it match the other side. And then we have the inner part of the ear. So following this same line, but on the inside a little bit, we're going to do a smaller half circle. And now we have his ear. My bear wears clothes today. And same thing over here, but I kind of already have that started. So I'm just going to add a little bit down to the sides. And I'll erase these weird lines here once I do it in pen. So this is our bear's head. Now the nose is very simple. We have our imaginary center line. We're going to come off center just a little bit, and I'm just going to make a line coming up a little over halfway of the length of the bear's face. And then I want the same thing on the other side. So this is the space where his nose and his mouth are going to live. So I'm going to give him a smile. I want my bear to have a smile. I'm going to give him his nose, which I'm making as an oval. You can do this any shape you want. And then I'm going to put two eyes. Now for the bear, I'm just doing small little circles for my eyes. We've done a lot of the really big eyes or the teardrop eyes. This time I just want some little small eyes. And now let's start working on his body. So a little bit off to the sides of where this nose area is, we're going to bring a line down on this side. I'm going to start over on this side of his body because on over here, I'm going to do a waving hand. So his arm is going to come up. Just a curved shape for that arm. And then it comes down because I'm going to build his body off of here. So now he has this arm that's waving. Give you a little bit of time to catch up. I like to take some little rests and sips of coffee while your kids recreate what I draw. And remember, if your child is struggling, then you can always watch the video live and just kind of take it all in, and then go back when it's not live and watch it again and pause it wherever you need to. So that's always an option for you. So now let's give the bear a body. And I kind of want his bottom to be bigger than the top. So I'm going to come out from the bottom. So here, this line, it's going to come outwards. And then I'm going to have it curve and come around over here. So now he has this wide bottom shape. And remember, if you make this and you don't like the shape you've given your bear, you can always adjust this later. You could bring it in more, you could bring it out more, you could make it more curved, you could make the bottom curved instead of straight across. Now on this side, I'm actually just going to have his other arm kind of up against his body. So I'm going to finish this body line first. I'm going to come, remember how we do our imaginary line? So I'm going to have my pencil, pretend like I'm drawing through his face, drop my pencil, and this is where I'm going to start the line on this side. And I'm going to bring it down and meet up with this line I made down here at the bottom. And if you miss it, well then just do it again. See, I want mine a little more curved down here, so I'm changing my line, and I'm going to do the same on this side. I want it curved in a little bit more, so I'm changing that. And now we can add his other arm. So from this same point that I started this at, I'm going to do another line out, but I'm going to come wider from where his body was. Maybe about halfway down, and then curve it back into that line. And now I've given him an arm. This top part of this line, I'm going to erase. So when I actually do the pen, I'm just going to start the body line here so this arm looks all connected and not just this extra piece. And then we're going to add our bear's legs. And the bear's legs, to me, I just kind of did this oversized marshmallow shape. I do a line down, a slight curve, and then a line from the other side. So one on one side and then one on the other, starting at the edge, coming down, curving in, and then coming with a line down to meet it. And now he has two legs, and I can erase these lines here, which we'll do a lot of erasing once we add our pen. So now it's time to add a couple details. I want my bear to have 3 claws, so I'm going to add some claws here to the hand. And I want the same up here, but because he's waving, we're looking at the inside of his paw. So I want to give mine a paw. So a paw starts with a bigger circle or oval shape, and then 3 smaller circles up above it, one in the middle, one to the left, and one to the right. And now I can just give 3 little claws up at the top. Hi, Tammy. And I want on his feet him to have 3 claws also. I want to give mine a tummy. So I'm going to do a big oval here, but you could do a heart. Maybe your bear has a heart on his stomach, or maybe your bear doesn't have a tummy at all. Maybe he's all one color. I just want to do, I'm going to do kind of a big egg shape for my bear's stomach. And there is the base of my bear. Now, I'm going to add a couple things to mine. So here in West Sacramento, the West Sacramento Police Department is holding a contest right now. And if you draw or just color anything that is police related, you are entered in a contest. And typically you would have to go to their page and post your picture on their page. But I have a connection who is going to take any of the police-related bears we draw today and put them onto the West Sac PD page. So if you want to participate in that, you can add some little police items to your bear as well. If you don't, maybe your bear is going to wear a beanie. And so if I was drawing a beanie on my bear, I could do a big oversized oval with a curve on the top. I could add a pom-pom. Maybe your bear has a scarf. So there's lots of different things you can add onto your bear. I am going to make mine a police bear so I can participate in the West Sac PD. So for my police hat, I'm going to cut off this ear because I'm going to have him wearing it off to the side of his head. So I'm going to do a line across, one line down on each side, and then another line across. So I've made a big, long, skinny rectangle. And now I'm going to do the rim of the hat, the bill of the hat, is that what it's called? So I'm going to do 2 lines in, a line here and a line here, and then a slightly curved line connecting those two. And for the top of the hat, I'm doing a line out and a line out on the other side, a line up, a smaller line up going inward. And then I'm going to do 2 curved lines coming to a point and then curve back down to meet the other side of the hat. And so there is my bear's police hat, and I'll erase this whole ear. I'll erase more once I do pen. And then I'm going to do a shield inside. So this same shape I made here is the shape of the badge. So starting a little bit off to the side, I'm going to do a line, come up to the same point, and then come back down. I have the top of my badge. And then this is a curved line that comes to a little tiny point at the bottom and then curves out and comes back up. And there's his badge on his hat. And I'm just going to put B for bear. And I'm going to go ahead and make him even fancier. And I'm going to give him a necktie. So just a small, again, that kind of smushed marshmallow shape. And then 2 lines coming out. And then 2 lines coming back down. 1 on each side to connect that tie. And then I'll erase this little line there. And there we go. I have my police bear. But remember, you can make your bear however you like. If you want to be part of the West Sac Police Department contest that they have going on, then you can make yours a police bear too. So now it's time to do the pen. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start from the top down and I'm going to do my hat. So I'm just going over all the pencil lines I want to keep. Now is my time to make any adjustments. If I don't like a line, I can change it right now. And we're just going over all the pencil lines we want on our page. Let's make his badge. And I've decided to change something because, well, he is a bear. My bear is a policeman for West Sac. So I'm going to go ahead and do a W and an S. So sometimes when you draw, you can make these last minute changes. It's kind of fun. You can always be changing what your drawing is. Let's go ahead and do the face. Our nose lines. Our ear. Eyes, and I'm just going to color these all the way in. Usually I do those little white dots to kind of give you some accent, but this bear, I didn't want it to have that. I just want the two little dotted eyes. And then the nose, and I'm going to color my nose in black too. Your bear's nose can be any color you want. His necktie, which is greatly large and wide, makes it kind of funny. His belly. Go into his arms. One on this side. One on this side. And now when I do my bear's body, I'm not going to make that line on the legs. So I'm just going to come right down into my bear's legs. I'll put the line in the middle, but I want my bear's legs to be all one connection. So I drew the lines when I did it in pencil, but once I go in pen, I'm going to ignore that line I made. His claws. Kind of changing the triangles there a bit. Just making them more triangular. His smaller claws on his paw. And each little paw print. Oh, I forgot his smile. And that's our happy police bear. Oh, I forgot a leg line. Look at that. See? So now I'm ready to go back through and erase. So any of those lines I didn't want, or the changes I made, or the areas where when I drew and pen I didn't meet up exactly with my pencil line, I'm going ahead and I'm erasing all of those. So he's ready to be colored. Is that an old picture of Manny? I'm going to tell Heather you said that. It's so fun to see you all on here, to see old friends and new friends and people I don't know, and I'm blown away every day. This is the most people we've ever had watching a live video. Remember, if you miss it or if you come in late, after the video is done, it is always then posted on the group page. There is a slight delay in that happening, but it goes up pretty quick. And then in a much longer delay, it is loaded onto YouTube. So all the videos also do live on a YouTube page, and you can find those pages if you look under topics, or you look under, I think it's called notifications. Is that what it's called? I'm not on the page right now. Announcements. If you look under announcements or you look under topics, there's lots of good information there. So I encourage you to check out those areas of the page. So let's start with my hat. So I'm going to do blue for the hat. And I'm going to use the same blue for all pieces, but I want this middle section to be darker than the others. So I'm using pencil today, and I'm just going to push harder with my pencil. In fact, I might use two different kinds of coloring devices today. I'm going to start with pencil, make this band really dark, and then I'm going to color the rim of the hat and the top part of the hat a little lighter. Remember, when you're coloring, start at that edge line and then color in. Gives you more freedom and helps you stay within the lines. So same here, I want to make sure I don't accidentally color my badge. I'm going to turn my page a bit. Turning your paper when you're coloring is key. I haven't been doing that a lot during these drawings. I've been trying to keep it really straight for you guys. But when you're coloring, I really recommend, I'm constantly doing this when I'm coloring things. I'm just moving the page wherever I need to make it easier for me. I always see all these comments of people who say, oh, my drawing is so bad, or oh, this isn't going well, and oh, this doesn't look good. And I'll tell you what, of all the pictures that get submitted every time we do a drawing, I haven't seen one drawing that I think is bad. I think art is beautiful no matter what your level is, no matter how good at it you are. And it's such an escape. You don't have to think about anything other than what you're doing right here in this moment. So there is nothing bad in that. So keep going, keep drawing, and like anything in life, the more you draw, the better you'll get. I've been drawing for over 40 years. There's my hat. So I'm going to make his tie this same color blue. And thanks to all the new people who came from the news post or from West Sac sharing the page, or maybe you found it in a mom's group wherever you live. We're getting people from all over the place. Maybe a friend referred you. So there's all my blue areas. Now I'm going to get some pink. I want to do the inside of my bear's ear pink. You can do this any color you want. And I'm going to give my bear pink paws. His nails, I'm going to go ahead and make my bear's nails gray. Each one of them colored in gray. Don't forget, when you're done with your drawings, please post them directly to the page. Don't post them in the comment thread. They can get lost in there. If you post them directly to the page, it guarantees that I'm going to see it. And at the end of the night, I wait till late in the night, I add them all into an album. So share all your drawings and post them right on the page. I love the ones where your kiddo is in the picture. They are very cute and very fun to look at. Okay, so I am going to use those Not Your Ordinary crayons. I've talked about these before, and I'm going to use these to color in my actual bear. I know a lot of you bought these and are learning how to use them. You don't need a hard touch. It's a very light touch. These are really heavily pigmented, I believe is the word for that. I'm going to come right along this edge line because I don't want to accidentally get my hat. Same up here, this skinny line around the ear. Once I have that, then I can go to town, just color in all this empty space. And these, the nice thing about them is you can go in and you can, with your finger, blend. So you can blend out any of the white. For those who are new, there is also in the announcement section and under the topic Supplies I Love, you will get a full list of all the supplies I like using. So now I'm just going to continue this down into his body, going around my lines first. This outside arm. Getting his whole body colored in. Go ahead and go around his leg. If you are using these, or if you are using a pen, I highly suggest you always color from the top down. By doing that, you're going to avoid smearing it with your own hands. So, same on this side. I'm going to go along that line. I'm trying to be careful not to put my hand all over on this side so I don't smudge it. Follow these outside lines, or inside lines, I guess you would call them. Very carefully around his little paws so I don't go over them. And now I can just color away. A line around the tie. Our bear is almost done. Get this bottom area. Looking pretty good. And now, because I'm using these, again, I like to just take my finger, blend it in. It helps also color in any of those weird lines I have in my paper from where my pencil was, where I erased. It kind of makes an indentation. And it colors that indentation in with these type of crayons. And that's it. I'm gonna leave my bear's belly white. You could color yours in a different shade, a lighter shade of brown or a darker. Samantha, you will find all of that on the page under topics. There's a post called Supplies I Love. And topics is, if you're on a PC, it's off to the right of the page. If you're on a phone, it's right up towards the top. They're called Not Your Ordinary Crayons, are my favorites. So there we have it. There's my police bear. I'm missing a couple things that I want to make sure you all do. I'm missing my name. So write your names on your art, my age, and where I am from. So there we go. There's our police bear. Oh, hi, Taylor. We're doing our police bears. Let me see all your drawings when you're finished. Post them directly on the page. It was super fun drawing with you guys today. There are tons of you online. keep sharing the group. Let's keep growing it big. People need something to do right now, and this is a great little escape for them. Tomorrow we are drawing at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I will see you then. If you have any questions, you can message me or leave them on the page. I have an admin team now helping me out. So if I don't answer you, someone will. I love you guys. Bye.